Welcome everybody to Movie Crunch. Hello everyone. It is a new day, it's a new episode, and
It's a rainy day.
it's a rainy day, but it's
Oh, and it's my birthday.
Yeah.
we're recording this on Hannah's birthday.
Happy birthday, Hannah.
Happy birthday, Hannah.
Big 2-5.
Yeah, April 28th, 2014.
I'm not having a quarter life crisis.
Okay,
right
good.
now.
Good, because
She's not having a good day, but it's
fine.
It's
everybody send happy birthday wishes.
Happy
her
birthday.
way, because we love her and everybody else. should.
Oh,
Everybody
thanks,
else
guys.
should. But we kind of already introduced ourselves. But anyway, I'm Eric O'Donnell.
I'm Nate Schaffner.
Hannah Sutter.
And this is Movie Crunch. As again, we're here to talk about movies and a specific movie every week. And
Very chill edition.
is very chill. We're in the audio studio again,
And it's cold.
and it's super freaking chilly in here.
It's cold.
I feel sorry for Hannah, especially because she's wearing shorts.
That was a mistake. Shorts were a bad choice.
Oh, but just to clue you in. Oh,
Oh.
look what I did.
Nice
Oh.
segue.
What we're doing here.
Very nice.
We analyzed the movie in writing, directing, and cinematography, special effects, and acting. So we're going to do all that with the movie of this week, which is Clue.
Clue.
See what I
Yeah,
did
Clue.
there?
It's not just a game anymore.
Which was the tagline for it. This movie was directed by Jonathan Lynn, which
Yep.
was, Nate, you said it was his?
It's Jonathan Lynn Clue was the first motion picture that he directed.
Nice. And it was written by himself and John Landis, who you may know as the director of Animal House, which we
Yes.
also did on the show.
Yes.
Landis.
Very awesome.
Full circle almost. But we'll get to that. But this, if you don't know what this movie is, short little synopsis. It's based off the board game. And if you don't know what the board game is, then you're not a human being.
Yeah, you've been living under a rock for the past,
Then you're
30
an
years.
animal who's managed to listen to this podcast. So if you're an animal listening to this podcast, well done,
Good job, you.
Mr. Animal. I don't know what kind of animal you are, but good job finding
This-
how to use the internet.
This movie was the first movie to be based off of a board game.
One of the only movies to be based off a board game.
Successfully.
Besides, that was actually
Besides
good.
Battleship.
We don't talk about
Well, see,
Battleship.
the thing is that the movie didn't do well at all at the box
Clue
office.
didn't.
Well,
And
I'm
the-
not
but it's-
surprised.
But it's kind of
Cult
game-
following.
yeah,
It's got a
exactly.
huge cult following. It's one of those cult following movies.
Has a second life.
Yeah, Second Life on DVD, Second Life as this. And it's such a great movie. Oh, God. I mean, the actors in this are top
They've got
caliber.
a nice.
we'll get to
cast.
that.
We'll get all the actors
We'll
and
get
we'll
to
get
that.
to all that. But yeah, short synopsis, it's based off the board game Clue, where you have to, it's like a mystery board game where you solve, and it's kind of a mystery, but it's also a comedy.
Yeah.
Because, let's face it, this couldn't have been a serious movie.
I like that
Oh.
they put comedy in it because I think had it taken itself too seriously and had it
Yeah.
been dark, this may be a stretch, but had it been dark and serious, it maybe would have turned people off from
I think it
playing the
would've.
game.
Yeah.
I just think it's so easy to make fun of it, like make fun of some of the elements of the game.
Oh,
that it just
absolutely.
made more sense.
Yeah,
Oh, that's-
just made more
to
sense that
build it around,
yeah.
these characters are this way, and because you really never thought about the characters anyway when you're playing the game. They're just a pawn that you play as.
Right.
They're just this little thing that looks like from Sorry. The pieces
Yeah.
look similar to Sorry.
And
So yeah.
I like that they added backgrounds about the characters, so you learn about them
we'll get to that
as
too.
We'll
We'll get to
get
that
to
too.
that.
But let's start with
Spoilers.
writing. Let's start with writing, which is what we always start with. And like I said before, the comedic writing in this by John Landis and John Lynn is perfect.
It's very pithy.
Yeah, very.
I like
very,
that.
Very.
like the poop on the shoe.
Yeah.
That's the running gag.
This movie is filled with running gags, and I don't know if I've mentioned this on the show before, but I am a huge fan of running gags because I
Yeah.
just think they're hilarious. That's just me. I don't know, but
I kept thinking of Mel Brooks movies.
Yeah.
Like,
It
had
was.
some similarities.
it was a lot like a Mel Brooks movie. Oh God, could you imagine if Mel Brooks directed this? I know, like how
It would have
good
made more money.
It would have made more money, and like
Definitely.
it's really. Don't get me wrong, this movie is really good. Like
Yeah.
I love. It's one of
Oh,
my
it
like
is.
top 20 movies, but if Mel Brooks did this,
It would have been.
it would have
elevated.
taken it so much
Well, see,
higher.
that's the thing. I watched it for the first time just like a few weeks ago.
Today.
Two
I
or
watched
three-
it today.
for the first
For the
time.
first
For
time?
the first time today.
Wow.
Wasn't it like fantastic?
It was pretty good. It was. I was telling Eric that it reminded me of when I go to the theater. Like it felt more like
A play.
yeah.
It does feel
It's
like a
gonna-
play. And
But I mean,
that's not a bad thing.
it all takes
No.
place in one house, so that's
Right.
That
to
makes
be
sense.
expected. There's
Yeah.
not that many set pieces that you
No, and a lot of high schools and places, a lot of not high school, but just a lot of theaters, they do this play, and it's a fun play. I've really actually seen the play live, but I've heard from people who've done it that it's fun to do.
need. If
And
you have the right people, I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it gives a lot of space. Like the writing
Yeah.
gave the actors a lot of space to do what they wanted with it.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh
With
yeah.
it while staying
I mean, you
within the
could tell-
personality type of the
Yeah.
character.
I mean, you could tell Tim Curry really had, especially Tim
Oh
Curry.
God, he
really
was
had-
excellent.
We'll
I mean,
get to Tim.
We'll get
we'll
to-
get to that. But
More
oh,
specifically, I will get to.
yeah.
Curry.
By the way, if anyone listening to this is casting for a Clue play, I will gladly play the Mr. Body, the actual real Mr. Body. I will play that guy.
I'll play Tim Curry.
That's who I mean.
Oh.
I'll play Tim
Damn it.
Curry. Screw you.
I don't know if either of you are strange enough.
Well, not the Tim Curry as a character. I mean Tim Curry's character in the play. Because I just want to do that whole thing at the end where he's like,
Yes.
"This happened, pop, 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 and then this happened." I
Yeah.
want to do all that because I
Yes.
actually do that in real life when I'm trying to figure stuff out and try to explain it to
Retrace your
people.
steps.
I do that to people all the time. Like, this is what happened. Oh, but
I believe you.
good because you should. It's true. But yeah, the writing in this for each character was written so well
Yeah.
in this.
Yeah.
Like the things that they do and the things that they say, the things that happen. It was just written so well.
Well, you mentioned Hannah that it feels like a play. To me, it kind of also feels kind of like a B mystery show.
Yeah.
Like the old show.
Like a
Yeah.
whodunit, like a whodunit.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
It is a
part of the-
whodunit.
Part of
Well-
the reason I say it's like theater too is that they repeat things a lot. Not in a
Yes.
way that's boring, but that's something they do in theater a lot because if
Yeah.
someone missed something, you're kind of recapping
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
And that happens a lot.
yeah,
But that also picks up on the game elements because
yeah,
how many times you have to be like, you know what? I think it's Scarlet
yeah.
in
yeah.
this room with this. They do that the
Yeah.
whole movie.
Oh, people do that all the time
Yeah.
in the movie and in the board game. Like this is this is probably my favorite board game.
But they're speculating, just like
Yeah.
you would in the game. They're
Yeah.
like, you know what?
Yeah,
I think it was you.
yeah.
In
It's
the
too loud.
kitchen.
No, we're fine.
Okay.
But yeah, it was the way it's integrated with that, and the way that they have the characters' names in the board game be their aliases.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was a
there's
really
synonyms.
clever way to do it
That
because they
was
could have
good.
just wrote it as like, oh, her name is Mrs. Peacock, her name is Mrs. White. No, they wrote it in a way it's like, I don't think we should use our real names. Your alias is Mrs. White,
What
and she
was
comes in wearing all
she
black.
wearing, by the way, Mrs. Peacock? Was that a hat or was
It
that
was
part
a-
of her hair?
It was a
That
hat.
was a
headdress.
hat.
It was a
Of some
headdress.
sort.
Because
of
it looked
some
like
sort.
her part of her hair.
I told Nate this when we were watching it. She looks like my a grade school teacher of mine when I was like in like 4th or 5th grade, and that's like her that's her. I'm going out in the town and look. Like,
Yeah, I'm getting fancy.
yeah,
man.
like we're actually gonna go outside of our zip code for this.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, it's great. But now we can go on to the directing and the cinematography in
Yeah.
this, which the way I think the first of all, John Lynch for this being his first movie does a
Yeah.
really good job.
Yeah, it's simplistic, but the focus is on the dialogue anyways.
Yeah,
So
it's
the
a huge focus on the
cinematography,
dialogue.
I feel like it would take away. The only time they really utilize it is for like making the mansion seem ominous.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
and
yeah. Like with that one scene where like the lightning strikes,
Yeah.
and it's the very
They
beginning
do
of the
a
movie.
really good job
It's
of
kind of Orson Wellesy.
It's very
It
Orson
is.
Wellesy.
Orson Wellesy, and I don't know. You know what I
It
mean.
reminded the opening. I told Nate the opening reminded
It's
me a lot of
Citizen Kane.
Young Frankenstein.
Did you
Actually,
think of Citizen Kane too?
no, I didn't
With
think of
the
Citizen
gate?
Kane.
Oh yeah.
No, I didn't think of Citizen Kane. I thought of Young Frankenstein.
I thought of Young
just
Frankenstein, and because of Madeline Collins in it.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is too, is that they made the mansion look ominous, but this really, I actually did a little research. This was kind of like the first movie that started the whole, dark mansion off in the middle of the woods kind of thing.
Really? I feel like that
Like
was
you're
implemented
trapped?
everywhere.
Like-
I feel like that's implemented since the 50s.
But the trapped in a house.
I
kind
could
of
be
thing?
wrong.
Maybe.
Because I feel like that.
Oh, the
that,
trapped in the house.
Like the mansion
oh.
thing's been around.
like
Okay.
But like you
trapped,
can't get out.
like a haunted
okay.
house.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
know what you're saying.
Yeah.
I know what you're saying. You might be right. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know what you're saying about it. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
But they really did a good job of like when it needed to be serious and like when the lights are out, and then the mansion is intimidating and everything.
Yeah, I like.
What am I doing here?
I like the POV shots of the murderer.
Yeah.
When you just see
His
like
hand.
the hand
Yeah.
with a black glove doing
Classic.
everything. It's so classic.
So good.
Yeah. And again, you said the focus is on the dialogue, which is this movie's strong suit. It's the dialogue and the writing where this movie really shines. So there really isn't a lot of dynamic camera angles or like, oh, I can't believe he used this to represent this. It's really that's another reason it feels like a stage play is because this focus is solely on the dialogue, which that's not a bad thing.
They nailed it, so it works.
Yeah.
Oh,
it could easily not work if you didn't have people who had the chemistry to bounce right off each other.
or the comedic timing as all of these actors had.
They had to interject so much.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And I'm still amazed at the ending when
We don't talk about that yet. Don't talk about the ending yet. That's not. We're not doing that.
Well, it has to do with the dialogue.
Get a clue, Nate.
But we don't. Oh God. Yeah, those jokes are gonna be flying.
But the dialogue at the end, like when he's.
Oh, but you can tell what he did at the end, but you can't tell what happened at the end.
Right. What Tim Curry does at the end with his dialogue, because he keeps going on and on and on.
Yeah.
How did he like? It must
He's
be
Tim Curry.
It must have been a real pain to memorize those lines. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, and so he's Tim Curry, so he can do it.
Yeah.
He's Tim Curry.
Yeah.
Which my first exposure, just a little side note, my first exposure, we'll just segue right into acting because of this.
Yeah.
My first exposure to Tim Curry was probably where a lot of '90s kids' first exposure to Tim Curry was in the movie Fern Gully as Hephaestus.
No, it was Rocky Horror.
No.
That wasn't mine.
Now, when you say Rocky Horror, do you mean like literally exposure or?
I mean both.
Pun intended, because.
To be fair, Nate is like scared shitless of Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Okay.
Me and Hannah are huge fans.
I love it.
Me and Hannah are huge fans of Rocky Horror
It's
Picture
not
Show.
that I'm not a fan of Tim Curry, but no one should ever watch Rocky Horror Picture Show if they're younger than 14.
That's very true.
That's accurate.
That's very accurate. I agree.
Some people can't even watch it as an adult.
Parents.
I'm just saying, I was 10 when I saw Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Oh god, my parents wouldn't let me touch Rocky Horror Picture Show.
And when Tim Curry came on as Frank Infurter,
Doctor
Frank Infurter,
Doctor
in that drag,
I'm sweet transvestite from
Thank you.
Transylvania. Transylvania.
Thank you guys so much for that.
Yes.
But he came out in the drag, and I'm literally like,
good.
I'm done. This has officially scarred me for life. And even his smile is creepy, and his facial structure just creeps me out. And can I just say this?
He's an off-center dude.
Like he was offset, yeah.
Well, the fact that, and I mentioned to both of you this earlier, the fact that I love the movie It, and just recently I found out that Tim Curry is It. Now that movie, Pennywise. Now that I know that it's him, it's just like,
yeah. And apparently Nate told me this. The actors were so scared of Tim Curry in that movie, they stayed away from him.
Yeah.
They were like petrified of the guy.
Yeah.
And that's a good actor.
Yeah.
That's a really good actor.
Method actor, right?
Yeah, that's a method. If you can make the actual people like it's a movie be scared of you, you're a good actor.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, Mr. Tim Curry, if you're listening to this, we all love you very much.
Except Nate.
Except Nate, he's
it's
scared.
not that I don't love
he's
you,
scared
Tim
of you,
Curry,
but
you
he
just
loves you.
Scared the bejesus out of me.
Oh my God, would I love to be in a room
really?
with you? When you...
I know, with you and Tim Curry. It's like me and Hannah are like watching with popcorn.
We're like, hey.
And me and Hannah are like enthralled with him. We're like, tell me everything about your life. And Nate's like, yeah, tell me everything. He's like scooted away.
He's in the corner of the room. Go on.
Please don't do this interview in drag. please don't.
Oh, that's not even my favorite song from Rocky Horror. It's like Hot Patootie is my favorite song from Rocky Horror.
Don't.
With
So
Meatloaf.
many bad memories.
Oh
God!
But we're not talking about Rocky Horror.
Sorry.
We love Rocky Horror. It's we're talking about Clue, and Jim Curry isn't the only great actor in this. We have I got my IMDb pulled up. I'm not ashamed to say we have IMDb pulled up. We have Eileen Brennan as Miss Peacock, Tim Curry as Wadsworth, which and we have Madeline Kahn as Miss White, who I
My
really,
personal favorite.
who I really love her in this
And
movie.
ironically, she's all in black for this movie.
That's
Yeah.
really funny. I thought that was hilarious when
That's
they did
great.
that. By the way, there were just off weird. There were a lot of not like good-looking women in this movie. Like
Yes.
for real. Like I don't know if it was like the time period that they were in, but Madeline Kahn, she was pretty good-looking.
Yeah.
Like if I do say so myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Christopher Lloyd as Professor Plum, which it's Christopher Lloyd. You don't need to say anything else.
Yes.
Michael McKean as Mr. Green, which what else was he in?
He's been in lots of
He's
stuff
been in
as
a lot
like
of stuff.
supporting actor.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of it the whole time.
Yeah, I know. I was doing the same thing. You ever like that's the thing about being film students is you're like, what was that guy in? And you spend the whole movie just going, ugh.
Yeah.
What was he in? Martin Mull as Colonel Mustard, who a lot of you may know, again, 90s kids, Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He was the principal. He was the principal. Leslie Ann Warren, who was Miss Scarlet.
My Chihuahua.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Thank you, Hannah.
You're welcome.
I agree. But no, this is my Yowza. Colleen Camp as Yvette. Yowza.
Yeah, that outfit was not very subtle
She's
at all.
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, which she's.
I wasn't looking at her hair.
I wasn't looking at her hair.
Yeah. And Lee Ving as Mr. Body were all the main characters.
Mr. Body.
Besides the cop and the singing telegram girl who gets shot. By the way, singing.
Spoilers.
That's okay.
Hello.
Seeing telegram girl was Jane Wadland.
Shortest amount of screen time ever.
Shortest.
Ever.
She was in the Go-Go's. She's actually in the Go-Go's. She's one of the lead singers of the Go-Go's. And I love the Go-Go's. I'm not ashamed of saying that. I'm a 23-year-old
I
male.
love the Go-Go's.
And I love the Go-Go's.
Oh, T for time. Very clever that his name's Mr. Body. Just saying.
Yeah.
The dead body.
Yeah.
The first dead body.
Yeah. But all these actors were superb in all their roles. Like they were just perfect. They were
Yeah.
all of them were hilarious. They got their ample time to be funny.
Yes.
They had a lot of great lines to show how funny they can be.
Mhm.
It was well, search me. Get your hands off me.
I liked. Well, I'll wait till my favorite scene.
Okay. Oh yeah, we got to talk about our favorite scenes coming up. But yeah, all the actors were great in it. They delivered them because it is, again, like Nate said, the comedy element really helps this movie out a lot.
Yeah.
Because all the character they could have done like super serious lines and all that crap.
And it would have been just another horror movie.
Yeah, it would have been just another suspense person thing.
Yeah.
And then Nate mentioned this too, the way that they give all the characters background.
Yeah.
And was really cool.
Yeah.
Because in the game you don't care.
Right.
You're just
You're just trying to.
you're just trying to figure out who
Trying to
killed
guess.
Mr. Body. Which, by the way, every time I played the game, it was always Mrs. White who killed Mr. Body. It's always her when I played this game.
Were you? I mean, you've seen this before, like way early on in life,
Yes.
didn't you? Like, I was trying to guess.
Yeah.
Of course.
But
you know.
you say that, but then Tim Curry just is so creepy that you're like, okay,
He did it.
It's him.
He has such his deadpan humor in this
Yes.
is the best.
It is funny.
Like, this movie was...
The way he rags on people during it is so
I know.
great. That higher than now, like Alex Trebek attitude.
Oh, I know. Oh, I know. It's so Alex Trebek.
No man in their right mind would be alone in a room with you, and then he gets stuck
And
with
then he
her.
gets stuck with her. Oh, God. Is it weird that I thought there was some sexual tension between characters? Is that weird? Because
No.
I feel like there was.
Crazy talk.
No.
I would say, I didn't think that was weird, because I thought there was a lot of sexual tension between Tim
Really?
Curry's character
You don't say.
and Mrs. White. I thought there was a lot of sexual
You
tension.
don't say.
I think Madeline Kahn just gives that off.
Yeah.
She kind of.
No one can
Seriously.
No one can get in that position. Yes, I can. Let me show you. Get off me. Oh God, Christopher Lloyd was so good in this too. Like,
Yeah.
but I love Christopher Lloyd in anything.
Well,
Same
see,
with
that's
Tim
the thing
Curry.
is that Clue and Back to the Future came out the same year.
Yeah, go
Yeah.
Christopher Lloyd.
And in one movie he has brown hair, and in one movie he has white hair.
What? Marty, I was just in this mansion, Marty, and they were killing people.
Loved him.
He did try. Well, in that movie, he is in 1954.
They're both in the 50s.
Yeah.
For the love of
Yeah.
God. Oh, Jesus.
Whoa.
Head cannon.
Cinematic moment.
Nerd alert.
Head cannon. He, the character of Back to the Doc Brown and Dr. Emmett Brown in Back to the Future is the same character as Professor Plum because he works. No, wait, he's a psychiatrist in this.
Yeah.
Damn it! I was hoping I could connect it.
Really, almost.
Really
Almost.
hoping I could connect it.
So close.
Really hoping I could connect it. But yeah, all of them were great.
Yeah.
And it was just amazing. And now we can talk about our favorite scenes.
Favorite scenes. Well, the special. What special? Well, there was the turning fireplace. That was a cool effect.
All the special effects in here were mainly the trap doors and like trap entrances.
But they were so cool.
Which was really cool because those are actually in the board game that you can use.
Yeah.
So I used them. Yeah, I used them all the time in the board game. And because in the board game you had to be in the same room to accuse the person.
I like that they made those plot points though. Like the murderer would not have been able to get there in time had it not been for the trapdoors.
And the way they introduce the weapons of the game, the way they introduce all the weapons.
Lovely.
Wasn't it?
That was clever.
That was really clever how they did that. Like they all got the one weapon.
And each one got used.
Yeah, and each one got used in this
every
way.
single one got used.
Because that was cool. Because in the game, it's usually only one weapon that gets used.
Because that's
the murder
the
weapon.
reveal is really great because every person did something with a weapon in a room.
Yeah, it was awesome, and the way they integrated it.
Did it?
Yeah, and the way they integrated it was just really fun and just really playful at what they did. Because again, this could have been the comedy helped this so much.
Yeah, it did.
But
and it could have been cheesy bad. But
it
was like cheesy. Theater cheesy, which works.
Yeah, it works really well. All right, who wants to do their favorite scene first?
I'll go last.
Oh, okay.
I'll go last.
Hannah, would you like to go first? All right.
Okay, I enjoy.
Birthday girl goes first.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
it's my party. I'll go first if I want to. I like the scene where like 4 people die in quick succession.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because
the cop, the motorist, and the telegram girl, and there's one more.
I mean, an Yvette dies.
Oh, yeah, an Yvette. Yeah, so all 4.
And it's in, like, 5 minutes time. And, they've been kind of talking for a while.
Yeah.
And speculating, and you're getting all this background information, and then it's just like, boom, 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 boom. And they're just reeling from it. Like, they keep going into a different room, and there's a different dead body.
Yeah.
I was laughing my ass off. They're like, oh, crap, there's another one.
I know. By the time that Yvette is killed and the cop is killed,
they're just like,
and the telegram girl's killed, they're so desensitized by it. They're just like, oh, that person's dead.
Like when he checks the room, and he's like, "Yep, still 2 corpses."
Yep. Yeah. Like when they open the front door and the telegram's, yep,
and
she's
just
dead.
close the door.
Shit, another dead body.
They don't even drag her in.
Yes, exactly. That was hilarious, and it's time between that and I was telling you guys how I love Madeline Kahn. So that part where she was like, "I'm so mad." It's like
I love that part.
Flames from my head. Flames, and she just like
that was improvised.
That's so funny.
Which now that
if funny.
Like I wish she could have done even more of that. That
you could see
that
she was trying to go do more with it.
I hate her so much that it's like flames all the side of my face. All of my face.
You could see she was going.
It was
gonna do more with it, but it's just
God.
Like, I hope to God there's a deleted scene of that because that would have been funny. I could see just outtakes from this.
Just being the best.
Yes.
God.
Martin Mull was actually really better than I expected. By the way.
Yeah, he was.
He was pretty funny. Yeah.
Yeah, he was. He played
Colonel Mustard.
Yeah, he did. Mustard. Yeah, he was really funny.
Yeah.
Like actually pretty funny in this movie.
Since I only knew him as the principal of
Sabrina the Teenage Witch,
I had very little to draw from.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are my 2 favorite scenes.
There you go.
I'm trying to think of like my favorite scene. I really do like when he's explaining everything. That I really do like that part, like when he's just going through the whole thing. Because again, I relate to that because I do it. But I like when my favorite scene by far is when Miss Scarlet and Colonel Mustard are trapped in the room with the dead motorist that they just found dead, and the door's locked, and they can't get out.
Like,
let us out! Let us out! Let us in! Let us in! Let us in! And then Yvette thinks it's a brilliant idea to shoot the lock out.
And shoots him.
And shoots. I've been shot! I've been shot! I've been shot! I've opened the door! No, you haven't! And then and then they
How
get
did the
out,
chandelier never drop on someone?
and then the chandelier just does.
It's a running thing.
It's a red herring.
Yeah. But every time someone says red herring, I don't think of like the whole cliche thing. I just think of Pup Named Scooby Doo, where there's this character named Red Herring, and Freddy's, as a kid, would always blame everything on him.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
That's such
Yeah.
a dumbass.
Yeah, because like it's like the culprit is red herring, and then you say think of it like think again, like you be over here like think again, Freddy. I've been over here the whole time, you douchebag, like some stupid shit like that. And I love Pup Named Scooby Doo. But yeah, that's just really funny because that's the part really starts getting chaotic.
Yeah.
And everything.
Yeah.
And
don't go in that room. Go in this room.
Yeah.
You can use the.
No,
they can't use that room. You can use it. No.
Yeah.
Use the parlor.
And
yes, there's not a dead body.
And
in there.
my other favorite scene, I got two just like you, Hannah. It's when they start. It's when they have to disguise all the bodies and they pretend they're all having a makeout party.
Yeah, that was hilarious. He's like, I don't see anything. The officer's like, I don't see anything wrong here.
Nothing's illegal here. Well, are you quite sure? Yeah, it's America. It's a free country. I just know it was that free.
This guy's dead drunk.
Yeah.
Why do you have J. Edgar Hoover on your phone? Why not? He's on everybody else's phone. Why shouldn't he be on mine?
That's so. And a lot of these lines are so quick that you have to watch this movie multiple times to get
to catch
all
it.
of the
Yeah.
jokes.
Yeah.
And I love comedies like that where it's
Rewarding.
Where it's very rewarding because hangover. It's not very rewarding. Sorry, I've had a hangover cough, I guess.
You're not the only one.
Yeah, but those are my two favorite scenes: the makeout scene and the parlor scene where they just find the dead motorist.
My favorite is the ending when he starts explaining everything because he's just so enthusiastic and excited, and he's like, and then we went to this room, but no, she couldn't have made it there because she went through the secret passage, stabbing the guy in the back, and he's just.
I love he's taking Mr. Green around and beating the
Yeah,
crap out of
I
him.
know. Can you stop that? No.
Yes. But it didn't happen in here. No.
I like when he falls out of. I think my favorite part in the whole thing about that is when he falls out of the closet like the coach did.
Yeah.
He's like.
Because his eyes are freaking.
Yeah, because he's like. And then he just.
Then he bounces back.
Then he pushes Mr. Green down on the floor. Get back up. No, get down back on the floor.
So great.
But yeah, that's because it just adds. He's excited. He's enthusiastic. I know who did it. And then are we?
Yeah, we can talk about. Let's
talk
segue
about
to the ending now.
all
All three endings of this.
Mhm.
On the Blu-ray, it shows there's an option you can watch it with all three, and it's just
Actually, on all the versions I've watched, you can
It's
watch
all
all
three.
three.
Yeah, I watched it on Netflix.
All right.
Yeah, even on Netflix.
I don't feel special anymore, guys. Jeez.
Yeah, but on Netflix it shows all three endings.
Yeah.
But it's so cheesy the way it was done because that's what you think happened, but here's what really happened.
Yeah, but
no.
Yeah,
Actually, no, it's not.
because it's just like the game. That's
Yeah.
that's the main part that makes it like the game.
Yeah.
There's all these different ways it can happen, and that's why they had to do that. Because if they didn't, it wouldn't have felt the same.
Can I just
I
say?
still think they could. Honestly, seriously, I think they could have done one instead of two. Though. They did two red herrings, and then they did the real ending.
I still
That was
like all
long
three.
as hell.
I still like all three. I still
But
think.
can I just say, had Tim Curry not been the guy who actually did it, I would have been kind of like, really? Tim Curry's not the one? He's so creepy.
I like the two endings where he's the hero. I do.
I know, but it's kind of redundant. It could have done one. I think I liked it, but
Yeah.
I'm saying, writing wise, I think it could have been one. And it
Yeah,
would have
like
been just
one
as-
where he's the hero, then maybe Miss White's the hero for some reason. Like we could have done that. They could have done it that way.
Because the first one was a lot longer than the second one.
Yeah.
Miss Peacock is the.
the third one is by far
and
the
then
longest.
And then the third one's super long.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that I just remembered the last line of the entire movie.
What was it? I forget.
The last line in the entire movie, like when everything's all settled out, and like everything's all done, and you see that Mr. Green's actually the FBI agent, and everything's funny,
makes total sense.
which makes total sense. And he's like, "No, don't say it. Don't you fucking say it.
I'm not gonna say it
because I'm gonna say it."
I know.
The very last line of the movie, which is probably just caps the whole thing off, is, "Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go home and sleep with my wife." And then it just cuts.
Like, really?
And then it stops, and then it goes into the credits, and that's because everybody thought he was gay in the whole movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like even like
I
all
still
of
do.
them.
I think he just said that just to.
No, I believe him.
Yeah.
But I mean,
there
aren't many guys who would just
the perfect
say that.
way. I would say it, but I don't have a wife, so it would be irrelevant.
Okay.
As if that was an excruciatingly long time for him to pretend to be gay.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't tell a couple of.
I kind of want to.
strangers.
You know what? I think I kind of want to like end everything I go. Maybe after I go to work, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go home and sleep with my wife.
I'm gonna hold back all of the jokes that I have for that.
Oh God! But
Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go home and play with my action figures.
Oh, that's wrong and not entirely inaccurate. But by far, this movie, everything about this movie is great. It's gained a huge cult following.
It's fantastic.
It's a fantastic movie. It's not a lot. It's not one of those comedies
It's fun.
It's a very fun popcorn movie that you can get with all your friends.
Watch over and over again.
You can watch over and over again, which is rewarding to watch over and over again. Because again, all the jokes that you didn't get the first time or didn't hear the first time because you're laughing at something else.
I still love that J. Edgar Hoover joke.
Yeah, oh God, that J. Edgar Hoover joke doesn't get old at all. He's on everybody else's phone. Why should he be on mine?
I pretty much like all of Tim Curry's lines because he's just bashing on everyone. I find that inherently funny.
I like the part. One of my favorite lines is it's like, I have a number in a facility that I give men escorts. Oh, really? What's the number? Or maybe he was poisoned.
Yeah, that was nice.
It does actually. The movie kind of feels like Airplane. Now that I think about it. It has that Airplane kind of feel to it.
I've never seen Airplane.
You've never seen Airplane?
I've never seen Airplane.
Surely you can't, Nate. Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious, and don't call me Shirley.
But you're not allowed to say that because you haven't seen the movie.
Damn it! I've been saying that for 5 years.
You haven't seen the movie.
Now's the time.
Yeah, now's the time. Well, thank you all for listening to this
very
episode
much.
of Movie Crunch. It's a great. I hope you like all these that we put out for you.
Hopefully.
And this is the part of the show where we shamelessly plug all our other things that we do.
Don't judge me.
You know what? You guys should like this. You guys should especially like this one because it's Hannah's birthday and she took the time out of her day to be here with us today.
Yeah.
And I apologize in advance that I've been neglecting Lady Park.
So many jokes.
I had a series of unfortunate events.
Hannah, win.
By the way, that movie isn't that good.
For the love of God, you guys, I promise I'm going to put...
Hannah, win for the love of God, or your Lady Part's going to be on YouTube next.
I know, that they need to be there for the world, just...
Oh, there's so many jokes.
Once again, just to clarify, Lady Parts is a YouTube show about female roles in film.
It's actually
other films that are, actually good. Like, the next film I'm doing is Blue is the Warmest Color. I still have to post Fried Green Tomatoes. It is done. I just need to post it.
Yes.
But
Blue is the Warmest Color.
Blue is the Warmest Color is a French film.
Who's in
you
that?
won't know any of the actors.
Oh, wonderful.
But it's most excellent. It's about first love, and
awesome.
just happens to be that the two people are women that are in love.
Awesome.
It's quite excellent.
Good.
Yeah, sounds good.
Very
So
good.
I'll be posting that shortly, so we'll post a link.
So get hyped for that. Nate, would you like to plug your blog?
Shameless
Plug.
Shameless
Definitely.
Okay, Porky Pig.
Definitely.
Tell people about your blog.
Sorry, my movie. It's called Movie Crunches. You can find it on Blogger. Basically, for those of you who don't like listening to our beautiful voices, you can read my blog, and I basically discuss the movies that we talk about on here.
Nice, and I'm going to shamelessly plug my channel, Mild Mannered Geek. Please watch that. I do videos every Wednesday about superheroes, comic books, supervillains, anything to do with superheroes because I love them so much. I will be put a new video, hopefully up by this Wednesday, will be about Booster Gold. telling you all about that character, which just happens to be one of
Can
my
you
favorite
do us all a
characters.
favor and wear the outfit while you're talking about Bushido?
Actually, no, I didn't do it in the video because but
He doesn't want to distract from his subject matter.
I don't want to distract from the subject matter at all. And but I do want to get you guys hyped for a couple things along with my channel. May next month is Batman month.
Yes.
It being Batman's 75th anniversary this year. 75 years ago, Batman was created by Bob Kane. And May is the actual month that the comic was released. Detective Comics number 27 was released in 1940. So that is the month that was actually released. So I want to dedicate the entire month of May to Batman. All Batman-related videos, everything. I'll be doing my top 10 Batman 1966 episodes. I'll be doing my top 10 Batman villains. I'll be doing like a lot of stuff about Batman characters, focusing on just a big episode about Batman.
Do them all in the Batman voice.
No, I can't because I do not like the Batman voice. I'm not a fan of the Batman
no one
voice.
does.
I do. I love it.
Can you hear what he's saying?
Yes.
There's only one Batman voice,
and
it goes by the name of Kevin Conroy. That's it.
Brother, you and I are about to have a problem.
Anyway,
Whatever. also get hyped for Deadpool Plays. I'll be doing that, and I'll be starting that next month too.
In costume?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, of course.
That's awesome.
It'd be a channel where I pretend to be Deadpool. I cosplay Deadpool playing video games, such as Slender and Flappy Bird or whatever have you.
Flappy Bird.
Yeah, I'll play Flappy Bird. Deadpool will play Flappy Bird. So I'll be doing all that. So get hyped. So as soon as I get a mask and some other equipment, I will be doing that. So get hyped for that. All that stuff. Batman month, everything.
Get hyped.
Get hyped.
Chase approves.
Chase approves. Chase, if you're listening, you'll know that. But as always, and next week we'll announce our movie like we always do. What is the next movie that we're doing, Nate?
Clueless.
Keeping with our Clue theme.
Clueless with Alicia Silverstone. That's right, folks. The movie she did right before Batman and Robin,
which obviously showed Joel Schumacher that she was perfect for Batgirl. Like nobody else could play her.
Apparently, they wanted Batgirl to be a dumb blonde,
not a redhead.
I'm gonna hold all of my feminist comments back.
You know what? When we finally review Batman and Robin, you can have all that. You can just let loose.
Rail it.
You can just derail.
Because we both will. So you can.
Yeah, you
That'll
can just
be a fun day, guys.
Yeah, you can just derail and just have all the comments that you want about it.
Yes.
We will do that one day. Just let you derail.
Why can you see the bat ears?
I don't know.
Why did they make the Batmobile convertible? What?
Actually, now that I think about it,
it's the same car from Clueless.
Yeah. On Batman month, I will be doing a special video on Batman and Robin. Actually defending it.
I would like to be there.
Would you like to help me film Batman and Robin?
I want to hear you defend it.
I'll defend it in a way that you and me both defend it because we like it so much because we hate it at the same time that we love it.
It's so bad, but it's just a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, it's just so much fun to watch. But that's all for Batman month.
Yes.
Or Batman or Bat month. Or Bat month. But until next time, until we review Clueless. Thanks to you all for listening. If you are listening to this on YouTube, please hit the likes button if you really enjoyed this video, this audio track of us. I'm used to saying video.
Yeah.
Please hit the like button if you enjoy listening. And also, if you want to hear more of our pretty voices talk about awesome movies that you should watch or that you have watched, hit the subscribe button because it really helps us out a lot. It helps us out on all of our channels. Hit like and subscribe on Lady Parts. Go visit Nate's blog.
So you get a weekly helping.
Yeah, and hit like and subscribe on my videos and favorite our stuff. It just really helps us out a lot.
And tell all your friends about us. Seriously, guys.
Please tell all your friends about us because it really helps us out. Any little thing that you can do by just saying, "Hey, I know this little podcast called Movie Crunch. You should check these guys out. They're funny and they have really.
They talked about Clueless. Why would I want to hear them talk about that?
They talk about Jaws for like their first episode. And that's a good way to kick it off.
Yes, it was.
So. Just any little thing you can do to help this thing, to help Movie Crunch, and our individual stuff really helps us out a lot. So we do appreciate anything that you do.
We really do, guys.
And until next time, I'm Eric O'Donnell.
Nate Schaffner.
Hannah Sutter.
And this has been Movie Crunch. Thank you so much for listening.